So you're thinking about buying a little piece of paradise in Baja, California. I mean, who is it, right? It's an amazing dream, but here's the thing. There's one single choice you're gonna make that will decide if that dream comes true or it turns into a total nightmare. We're talking about who you trust to guide you. And in this explainer, we're gonna break down why hiring a licensed realtor isn't just a good idea. It is, without a doubt, your most critical asset.
And let's be really clear about this. The stakes are unbelievably high. The source material puts it perfectly. This one choice is literally the difference between a successful real estate transaction and a costly disaster. So how do you make sure you stay on the right side of that line? Well, that's exactly what we're about to unpack.
All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about that beautiful Baja dream versus the very real risks. Then, we'll dive deep into the dangers of working with unlicensed agents. After that, we'll show you why a license is your absolute best shield. We'll even peek behind the curtain at what it takes to get one. And to wrap it all up, we'll give you a super simple checklist to verify any realtor you're thinking of working with.
Okay, let's kick things off with Section 1, the Baja Dream, and its shadow, the risk. You know, this is all about that fine line between finding your perfect paradise and losing your entire investment.
I mean, the dream sells itself, doesn't it? You've got the sun, the sand, the incredible culture. Places like Rosarito, Ensenada, Los Cabos, they're basically magnets for folks from the US and Canada who are looking for that perfect vacation home, a retirement spot, or just a really smart place to put their money. It's a beautiful picture.
But here comes the reality check. The real estate market in Mexico just doesn't play by the same rules you might be used to back home. The laws, the processes, the whole shebang, it's all fundamentally different. And if you go in uninformed, the landscape is just filled with hidden traps waiting to spring.
Which brings us right to the heart of the problem in Section 2, the dangers of unlicensed agents. Honestly, hiring one is like trying to sail across the ocean in a storm without a map, without a compass, and with absolutely no idea where you're going.
So, what makes these waters so tricky to navigate? Well, for starters, there's no central MLS like you have in the States, which makes getting reliable info a challenge. Then you've got property laws for foreigners that are totally unique to Mexico. Professional standards, they can be all over the place. And to top it all off, federal laws are constantly being updated. You put all that together, and you've got a market that doesn't just reward expertise, it absolutely demands it.
And when you put them side by side, the difference is just night and day. With a licensed realtor, you get accountability. They're bound by ethics codes and have government oversight. They have proven legal knowledge and do their due diligence. Plus, they're insured. Now look at the other side, the unlicensed practitioner. You get none of that. No oversight, questionable expertise, and zero, and I mean zero financial protection if things go wrong. It's the difference between having a safety net and being in a total free fall.
So let's move on. How do you protect yourself? This brings us to Section 3. You have to think of a real estate license as more than just a piece of paper. It's your shield, and it gives you 3 critical layers of protection for you and your money.
Layer number 1 is professional competency. That license is your proof, your guarantee that your agent has gone through intense training and passed exams on really complex Mexican real estate law. It ensures the whole deal is handled by the book, legally and correctly, from day one.
Your second layer of protection? It's all about consumer protection. Licensed realtors are accountable to professional organizations like AMPI, which is the big one in Mexico. They have to follow a strict code of ethics. What that means for you is that if something does go wrong, you have a formal process, a place to go for help. You have recourse. Without that license, you're on your own.
And the third layer, and this one is so important, is due diligence. A licensed professional is trained to dig deep. They know how to verify a clean title, check for unpaid taxes, and sniff out any hidden problems, like finding out the property is on what's called ejido land. That's communal land that, in many cases, can't even be legally sold to foreigners. That is a catastrophic mistake a pro is trained to prevent.
Here's a perfect example of that special knowledge in action. You are going to hear this word a lot, fideicomiso. All it is, really, is a bank trust. It's legally required for any foreigner buying property in what's called the restricted zone, basically anywhere near the coasts or borders. A licensed agent is an absolute expert in setting these up correctly, making sure your ownership rights are locked down and secure.
So that makes you wonder, right? What actually goes into getting one of these licenses? Let's get into our 4th section. Because this isn't something you just buy off a shelf. It is earned. And the process is designed to create a professional you can actually trust.
Yeah, this path is no walk in the park. We're talking about comprehensive coursework in Mexican law and ethics, passing really tough exams, and they have to do continuing education to stay up to date. But here's the most important part. They are bound by a fiduciary duty. That's a legal term that means they are obligated to act in your best interest, not their own. Throw in criminal background checks, and you start to see why this license is such a powerful symbol of integrity.
All right, we've come to our final section, and it's the most practical one. Let's talk about how you, personally, can verify that the agent you're talking to is legit, because you're about to trust them with a lot of money. So here is your simple checklist for total peace of mind. This is your action plan. It's 6 easy steps. 1. Ask to see their credentials. Don't be shy about it. 2. Take that license number and verify it online on the official government website. 3. Ask them about their track record working with foreign buyers like you. 4. Get references, and then actually call them. 5. Do a quick Google search. Look for reviews, check their reputation. And 6. Confirm their membership directly with AMPI. I'm telling you, taking 5 minutes to run through these steps can save you from a world of financial pain.
You know, we're going to end with this quote from the source material because it just hits the nail on the head. It says it all. The question is not whether you can afford to hire a licensed realtor. It is whether you can afford not to. The cost of doing it right is nothing compared to the cost of getting it wrong.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one final thought. Picture it. You found the place. The view is perfect, the price is right, you have found your dream home in paradise. The only question you have left to ask yourself is this: is your investment protected? And the answer to that question will always come down to who you chose to have standing by your side.